So in today's video, we're going to be talking about the topic of Halo Reach and the campaign that it has. Now, campaign of Halo Reach is kind of like Marmite, as you're either like me and you absolutely love and adore the campaign, or you like other people and you hate it. Now in this video, I'll discuss why I believe Halo Reach to be near perfect. Now, one big problem that a lot of people do have about the Halo Reach campaign is the characters that form up Noble Team. The big complaint is that none of the characters in the team are fleshed out enough, and I can see why many people might think that. If you are a cutscene skipper, or the guy who grabs a drink during the opening cutscene for Long Night of Solace, you're going to be one of the main people to make this complaint. This is all down to the subtlety of the character development that Bungie did. Rather than have a complete backstory for every one of their characters, they didn't do that. This is because it's only one game, and 6 main characters. When you look between the main action of the game, and these characters become clear, and we know what they're about. A good example of this is Carter, Noble 1. He's the leader of Noble Team, and he cares a lot about them. He is even willing to sacrifice himself for the team. Despite him being the man who stays to orders, he actually does have a personality, and due to his love for the squad, he won't always follow protocol. This is shown when he allows Kat to go forward with something in breach. And then we do come to Kat, Noble 2. She is, in my opinion, an impeccable character. She's tech savvy and she's amazing on the battlefield, and that is clear. Another thing that is clear about Kat is that she has people's respect, and that's shown when people get out of her way and let her do what she has to do. This could be due to the clear pain that she must have suffered for the squad in terms of a loss of limbs, and this never stops her. Noble 3, June, is a harder one to determine, but just by playing the game without listening at all, you can tell how dedicated he is to his role as a sniper. This is down to the tattoos of arrows on his head that are symbolic of what has filled his role first, the Arrow Men, or whatever they're called, of history. His shaved head differs from the others, and this again shows how much he does stay streamlined and stealthy. Despite his dedication, he is also a member who brings some nice humour to the group. An amazing example of this is when the team finds stolen weapons, and a man states, "You gonna arrest me?" and June adds sarcasm of, "No, we're gonna steal it back." He can add humour to the slaughter of Covenant, and he is who you want on your team. Emil, Noble 4, is one of the most visually memorable members of the team, due to the sinister skull etched into his visor. When you first lay eyes on this shotgun-wielding madman, there is only one thing that comes into mind: psychopath. While this is the first impression, it shouldn't be the last. With some light research, you can find out that at a young age, Emil's brother sacrificed himself in order to save Emil. This scarred Emil for life, and Emil's way of dealing with this is by killing. And that's why the free fighter zone puts a smile on his face. He wants to scare the opponent more than himself, so that he's able to gain power using psychological warfare. As well as just being brutal, along with June, he can also crack a joke here and there. The one thing that Bungie also did was show how removed Emil is from others' deaths, as what he has seen, well, he's seen it all. This is shown as Emil isn't fazed at all by Kat's sudden death. When it comes to Noble 5, George, there isn't really much to say other than what is shown in the game. Despite being the big man with a big chain gun, he's very caring for Reach and even for civilians. This is shown as he doesn't want the civilian to get killed by the Zealot. He also has a very, very close bond with Dr. Halsey herself, and he sees her as kind of a mother figure to him. Finally, we reach Noble 6. He's someone who is very shrouded in the actual game, but it is a fact that he is one of the very few Spartans who is classed as highly lethal, as he has the ability to adapt to situations. Something else that is known about him is that he has always been a lone wolf, and that's how he dies in Reach, alone, fighting off countless sword elites. The reason why 6 is such an amazing character in the game is because he is you. Yes, in all the other Halos, Master Chief isn't very humanised, so there's a slight fitting of that you are him, but Reach does this very well. For a start, he only has a few pieces of actual dialogue, so you can really give him your own voice, anything that you want, and the main reason is the customisable armour. Due to the fact that your Spartan can look how you liked in the campaign, there was more personal connection to the character, so when he died, you felt more. So, to conclude this section, you can say what you want about the characters of Reach, but despite the lack of clear development, I still cared hugely for these characters. The first time that I witnessed Kat's death, it brought a clear tear to my eye, as I was just starting to connect with her character, and bang, out of nowhere, a needle to the skull. But it wouldn't have felt like that if she wasn't a great character, and when Emil dies, I wasn't happy, but he went out, and he didn't give up. The emotions that I felt during the deaths would not happen in a game that has terrible character development, or no character development at all.